Authors Unknown presents
Inkwells and Curtains, a podcast about books and writing. Or perhaps books, but mostly writing. With added random noises. For creative storytellers or anyone who likes holding a pen. To paper, sometimes. Get your own ink. Go on, go away. The value of X.
You can never know enough about your characters.
William Somerset Maugham.
It's morning. Our writer wants to write. It's what he does.
Pen and paper at the ready. Keyboard at the ready. Wait, coffee first. Coffee. Or tea? Or smoothies? Chai latte? No, wait. I have to walk the dog. Right, done that. Had a wonderful idea while I was out. I wonder if I can remember it. Right, here goes. I'm all ready to write. On this lovely page. This lovely, clean page. This lovely, clean, blank page. Let's take notes. I know, let's do a Jamboard. Milenote, open board. Evernote, Miro, Notion Spark, Pinocchio. So, I've got this hero. What do I call him? Names. Gervais, Brundale, Jeremiah, Oswald, something. Yeah, okay, let's just call him X for now. And he goes on this square here. And now pick a colour for the square. Lime green or purple. I like purple. Purple or lime yellow? Or should I stick with the lime green? No, I think purple or lime yellow. Oh, can't I do both? Or purple. Or lime green. No, I'll go with orange. X is an orange square and that is final. And he is... what is he? What does he do? He's He's an engineer. No, a student. No, an astronaut. No, a superhero. Yes, that's it. He's a superhero. What can he do? He can fly. He can carry skyscrapers. He wears a blue outfit and a red cape that billows out behind him. Ooh.
Do your characters bounce up ready to act? Or do you find yourself building them from scratch? Or perhaps a bit of both? Sometimes they need time to incubate. Perhaps they're just not ready yet. Or perhaps you've borrowed the character from somewhere. But you can add or subtract a couple of values to make them work for you. Let's take the example of the superhero. Our hapless author has Superman on his mind, which is fine for fan fiction, but supposing you're planning a character of your own. Let's face it, Superman is pretty much invincible in human terms. We might like the idea of him, we just don't want our character to be identical to him. We want him to be a bit more human, perhaps? We can use Superman as a prototype for now, and make some changes. What kind of changes? What if we change a few of his superpowers, or take some of them away, and exaggerate one of his more human powers, perhaps?
Introducing Mental Man. He can fly, he can swim, he can carry skyscrapers. Oops. No, he can't. But he can type super fast.
Say Mental Man is able to type incredibly fast, and this helps him to foil the plans of the dastardly enemy.
Yeah, Yes! Our hero, Mental Man, has managed to decrypt the special code that nobody must know and so defeat the devilish Derek. Ta-da!
Because this is the pivotal strength that turns the plot around, this may be the only real superpower he actually needs. Although being able to fly sure is a handy bonus.
Thanks. Mine's an avocado, kiwi, kale and spinach smoothie. Shaken, not stirred.
When you are uncertain about your character, it might help to step back and consider which of these is the case. You have become them, or they have a bit of you in them. A little clarity can help decide how you want them to go forward, whether they are rounded, believable enough. For example...
Meet character A. A is fearless. A is strong. A is a brilliant dancer.
Perhaps fall down on the first quality, fearlessness. Someone once said that being fearless merely means to lack imagination, and we want our character to have something that makes them believable, something that our readers can identify with, relate to. So let's try...
Meet character A. A is strong. A is a brilliant dancer. A fears nothing except for spiders.
This can work in drama or comedy because either way you've given your character a trait that 1. Makes him human and 2. Offers a brief moment of contrast and respite from all the action.
A little humour in a dark place can work wonders. Now, Hannibal dear, how would you like your brains? Stewed or fricasseed?
Add in a mix of behavioural traits, speech habits from a few other people as well, and this will be fine too. You probably won't even notice it's happening, and suddenly there's your character, complete with quirks, smirks and crankiness, raring to go. Best of all, they will be unique to you.
Not now, later.
So here's an idea to try out. Next time you're in a coffee shop, on a station platform, in a queue somewhere, try observing people around you without being arrested for staring. Note down any traits or characteristics that come to mind. Perhaps they are friends, relatives, or complete strangers. Doesn't matter. Try to build up a list of these traits, maybe physical, maybe speech-related, or behavioural. Next, think of a character that's always appealed to you. They can be from comics, films, novels, and so on, and jot down their main characteristics or traits. We'll put some music on for that. Done that? Now subtract one of those traits and add in 2 different ones. Sit back and think about what this new character is going to be like with these new acquired characteristics. Give the character a new name as well. They're yours now. Make them tell you a story. As the man said,
Imagination grows by exercise and, contrary to popular belief, is more powerful in the mature than in the young.
William Somerset Maugham.
It's my pen, give it back.
We opened and closed with quotes by Somerset Maugham, who is considered one of the greatest writers in the English language. So our bonus content for this episode will be focused on Somerset Maugham and one of the shortest stories he wrote, Appointment in Samara.
And now...
Can you save a word?
Have you ever noticed how words come and go from our vocabulary? Sometimes it's a trend, sometimes it falls gradually out of use or even changes meaning, becoming repurposed. A few years ago, a couple of English students paired up on a blog called The Feather and Rose for a year and set a weekly writing challenge. They would pick out an old word falling out of use, and the challenge was to write a piece of flash fiction using that word. Sadly, the blog is no longer around, but in homage to them, because we think it's cool to revive the tradition, we're going to set a similar challenge for anyone who fancies picking up a pen and scribbling something for fun. So the word for this week is...
Gentacular.
Gentacular. Anything pertaining to breakfast.
Example. Mr. Spinwheel sat down at the parlour table for his first meal of the day. The newspaper sat neatly pressed on one side of the table, while a boiled egg stood to attention in front of him. His housekeeper appeared, bearing further gentacular delights, to wit, toast, honey, and jam. "There," she said as she set it down. "Eat it before it goes cold." So there you have it, a short scene, paragraph, or a sentence using the word gentacular. See where it takes you. It might help dispel writer's block, or even give you an idea for a play or book. Want to share it on your blog or podcast? Send us the link. Want to hear it read out with sound effects? Let us know. DM us at Inkwells and Curtains on Instagram. Next time, we'll be looking at the character and identity. Until then, have fun creating.
Yes, I'll be there in a minute.
You have been listening to The Value of X, a podcast with random thoughts on books, authors and writing. This was an Inkwells and Curtains production.